Why don't photographers give out their raw photos? What's the big deal? Why are we holding on to our raws for dear life and we don't want to give them to our clients? Today I'm going to be answering that question, hopefully. I've been doing photography for 13 years now and I've never given out my raw photos, and I hope to never have to do that unless it's court ordered. But until then, I will continue to not give out my raw photos. The number one reason why photographers don't want to give out their raw photos is because those are unedited pictures. They're not finished. Those pictures do not represent us as photographers. And a large part of photography is a photographer's distinct style. So that can mean toning, colors, how we post-process. So a lot of it is just unfinished work. And we don't want that work to be put out there until it's perfect for what is good enough for us as photographers. Number two, another reason I'll tell you guys is because sometimes we just don't want you guys seeing our unfinished work. Sometimes we take pictures and they're blurry, or the clients are blinking, or again, we just didn't get the focus right, or it's underexposed or it's overexposed. And sometimes we do that with a purpose. Like sometimes I will underexpose my photos while I'm shooting, but then in post-production, I will brighten it up. Like I'll have an idea in my head, like, okay, I'll brighten this one up. So but for the average person, if they see an underexposed photo, they're gonna think, oh, you took a dark photo? What are you thinking? This looks terrible. But for us as photographers, we're thinking, hey, we wanna underexpose for the details, to get the details in here. So a lot of the times we just don't want people to see that because it's not a reflection of our finished work. We want you to see the best of the best. We don't want you to see the unfinished product, like halfway through, like the draft before the final story. We don't want that because we're not finished yet. So we just want the best version of ourselves to show through. Another huge reason that I don't even think a lot of people think about is that raw photos are special files that cannot be opened with just any application. They are, at least if you're shooting Canon, they're going to be CR2 files, there are NEF files, just depending on which camera brand you're using. And a lot of the times, I'll try to open up a raw file and then I need to update my whole Adobe Photoshop, download plugins. I have to do all of this. Sometimes it's not even compatible with the application that you're using, or the files aren't updated yet. It's a whole process. So to me, for someone to want the raw photos, can you even open them? Does the average person have Photoshop and is paying for a subscription? Maybe, perhaps, I don't know. Not only do you need a special program to open raw files, they are also very large files. Sometimes photographers shoot in large raw, and I don't know, it could be 50 megabytes per picture. Do you even have the space? Do you have 17 external hard drives? Are you ready to store those for years and years to come? Maybe. I'm making it more dramatic than it is. It's not, you can just get one hard drive. But it's a lot of file storage. It's annoying to deal with. They're annoying to open. You have to look through all of them. Do you really want to look through a million pictures of you going like this? And then that's why we do that as photographers. We cull the photos, we look through your best ones, and we make sure that you don't have to deal with all of that because you're paying us for that. So let us suffer. Don't suffer on our behalf or your behalf. Which leads me to my next point. Let us suffer. That's exactly what I just said that. But if anyone's going to suffer, it should be us because you are paying us thousands of dollars. So do you really, I don't think you want to look through reception photos, like 500 really dark pictures that I underexposed on purpose because I was going to bring out the shadows in Lightroom after the fact with my preset. You don't do that to yourself. It's not fun. You're not going to like it. Just skip. Let me do it. I have nothing else to do. This is my job. We just basically don't want you to see our unfinished work. That's basically what it comes down to. You could be in a situation where you gave the raw photos to a client, and then what if they took that photo and then they put colors on it that don't even look like, it doesn't look anything like your photography, like it's badly edited. Let's say they put it up on Facebook, that photo goes viral, right? Let's just say people are going to be asking who took this picture, and then people are going to think that's your photography, the photo that your client edited because you gave them the raw photo. So yeah, you took the photo, but it's not your toning, it's not your style, it doesn't represent you, but now people are going to think that's connected to you because it's technically your picture, but you gave your client the raw photo and you gave them the green light to just go and put whatever colors they want on it. You don't know what the client is going to do. You basically lose all control over your canvas of work. And sometimes that can lead to bigger issues, that can lead to disputes between the client and the photographer. And sometimes we just don't want to deal with that, to be honest with you. So that's another big reason why, which leads me into, there are many legal reasons as to why we wouldn't want clients to have our raw photos. Raw photos are basically one of the ways that we can prove that we took that photo if we end up in court, if there are image licensing issues. We can say, hey, well, I have all the raw photos, so legally, this is my photo. Whereas if you gave that raw photo to a client, they can be like, well, I also have the raw photos. So I'm just saying, it kind of just makes things a little bit more complicated. You don't know where your images are going to end up. You don't know years from now if your client is still going to be editing them, putting them up on the internet, or tagging people, or trying to advertise with your pictures that you gave them and then putting a new style on it. Or they could try to sell the images. Now they have the raws, the full resolution photos. So again, this just leads into a lot of issues that you could end up going to court with this person. You could get into disputes with them about this. That's why I just say, cut it nip it in the bud. Don't even go down that road. It's not worth it to me personally. Our raw photos could end up looking like everyone else's photos. And so we don't want you to think, oh, she just takes basic photos. Oh, this kind of like a boring picture. Yeah, that's because I haven't put my 72 gradient maps on them. And then my 25 selective color, and then my 3 curves layers. This leads me to the last point. If photographers are going to give their raw photos out, why are they so expensive? If by some miracle you got your photographer to send you raw photos, here's what would happen next. More than likely, okay, they'll probably have you sign something that says, don't put these out in public. No, the public eye cannot lay their eyes on this piece of unfinished work, or however you're going to edit them. But they're probably going to say, okay, this is for personal use only. Maybe not, actually. Maybe not. Maybe you have someone who just doesn't care and they're like, okay, just put these wherever. I really don't care. In that case, I would never do that. But some photographers, we're all different. No one's the same. And that is the beauty of life. They're probably going to charge you an insane amount of money. And that's another thing that people ask me, like, why is it so expensive? Because they don't really want to do that in the first place. And also, that's kind of like the last resort sort of thing where, okay, if you want my unfinished work, you're going to have to pay a pretty penny for it kind of attitude. Like, okay, you really want it? You have $10,000? Sure. You can take my 70 megabyte raw photo that is all underexposed, by the way, and overexposed. It's kind of like okay, if you really want it, how much are you willing to pay sort of mentality. I'm just saying for some photographers, and this is just my assumption here, okay, or speculation. A photographer would be compelled to give up their raws for a decent amount of money. So I think that's the reason why they would be so expensive. It's like, okay, for me to part with this and be okay with this, you have to compensate me very nicely, sort of thing. So I think it's like for the right price, you could probably get someone to do a lot of things, right? So I think that's, again, this is just my opinion, speculation on this sort of thing. Again, I would not give out my raws unless it was like for Bella Hadid. But otherwise I don't see it happening. Legally, the photographer retains the copyright unless they are selling the client the copyright to the images. That's the only thing I will say. There's a distinction between selling a raw photo and then selling a copyright. Like it's a photographer signing away the copyright to the photo. Copyright might actually be even more money in this case, depending on if it's like a project for a brand or something, like a big client. So just consider that just because a photographer does give you the raw photos doesn't mean you can still go do whatever you want with them. Like it doesn't mean that you fully own these pictures, but like legally own them, like copyright wise. So just something to consider. I saw people leaving comments like, in the contract that I have with my future photographer, I'm going to make sure that they add that I get the raw photos. I'm telling you guys, no photographer is going to agree to that. I think It's just not going to happen. It's not realistic. I'm just being honest with you guys. Here's the good news though. If you are thorough in picking your photographer for your wedding day, baby pictures, whatever it is, you won't have to worry about needing the raw photos. You're not going to want the raws because you're going to be really happy with your beautifully edited final photos. So stop stressing about the raw photos because you probably can't even open them, even if you did have them. Do you want to pay $20 a month is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is don't get to the point where you have to pay a subscription fee for Adobe. Okay, let us pay the subscription fee and let us cry in our sleep later on because we have to pay for that. It just comes down to let us suffer like we want. Do you ever think how many files you would be sent if you actually got the raw photos, right? Let's say your photographer is like, "Here you go, Stacy. Here are all your pictures, your raw photos." Do you know how many you would be getting? Just so like, and if let's say you had 2 photographers. That's like 6,000 photos, probably 7,000. Are you really, like, let's be real with ourselves here. Are we really going to be looking through all those photos with your Adobe subscription that you don't have, that you have to pay for? And now you're going to have to pay for Adobe? Good luck canceling that. Save your money. Go to Europe. Go to somewhere. Colorado, if you don't want to leave if you don't have a passport. All I'm saying is your money is better spent other places. The truth is, we don't want you to see all of our mistakes. We want you to think that we're perfect. We want you to think that we only took 300 pictures of you at this wedding that look absolutely incredible because we're just that talented. Okay? We don't want you to see the photo that's blurry or I missed focus or I was distracted eating chips. I don't want you to see any of that. The only photos I want you to see that I've taken are the best ones that I've worked on, beautiful lighting, I sharpened them up a little bit. I added these beautiful tones. It looks like you're, I don't know, in like a beautiful sunny area because of the gradient map I added. That's what I want you to see. I'm going to tell you a little secret. Photographers don't even want their raw files, okay? Do you think I want 7,000 unedited photos sitting on my hard drive? That I have to make sure that my hard drive doesn't die, and then I have to back those up to 17 drives. I don't even want that. You may offend a photographer by asking for their raw photos. Let me tell you why. Because if they have delivered photos to you that are already edited, they spent the time working on them, and then you come back with,
"Can I have the unedited version where you didn't do any of this work on it? Can I just have the plain picture?"
They might find that offensive to them. They might think, okay, what's wrong with what I did? Did they not like my pictures? Do they not like my work? Was it not good enough? Before you get to that point, maybe just work with the photographer. Say, hey, can we make adjustments? You can ask for a re-edit sometimes. Just ask the photographer and see if you guys, hopefully you guys can come to an agreement on the tones if you don't like something. But before that, I think the raw thing should be like the last resort. The very last thing that you do. I looked online to see why other photographers wouldn't give out their raw photos, and here's what some people said. These are some of my favorites. Raw files are like the uncut footage of a movie. They might not accurately represent the photographer's intended final product. By giving out raw files, photographers risk their work being altered, misused, or shared without their permission. For a professional photographer, the photo taken by the camera is not the final product. The edit is often just as important. Therefore, they consider the raw files as unfinished works of art. Imagine asking a painter for the sketches of their painting so you can paint over it later in case you didn't like the way they painted it. I'm all for upfront fees, but I'd only send my edited photos. Another reason not to give out raw files is in case someone tries to make money out of your photo. In a lot of countries, it is the creator of the work, i.e. the photographer, who owns the rights to the work unless agreed beforehand or as part of a salaried job. If someone decided to make a calendar out of your cat photos for commercial use without your permission, then you having the raw files and them not helps prove that they are not the owners of the photographs. Bakers don't sell unbaked cakes. Painters don't put their brushes in palettes in galleries. Potters don't sell unfired clay. You're asking an artist to give you their raw ingredients, and the artist doesn't want to risk you making a shitty cake and calling it the one they made. That, and it's just a pain in the ass. Customers who want raws will just complain about how many blurry, duplicated, incorrectly exposed blinks, or they won't be able to open them because they have no idea what a raw is. And those are just some of my favorites. I think each photographer has their own reasoning for why they don't want to give their raws out. First of all, let me ask you guys this. How do you guys even know about raw files? Who told you guys? I just want to know. Who was it? Who told you guys about the raw pictures? Was it someone that I know? I'm just curious. I'm going to take some notes. Steve? Jeremy? Okay. What state is he in? Where does he reside?